What's happening, ITP? Paranormal Phil here. So glad you joined me as we take another look into the paranormal. Also, make sure that you like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell to get notified when I post new videos. Also, leave a comment down below and share with all your paranormal friends. So before we get started, down in the description down below, there will be a PayPal link where you can donate to support Into the Paranormal to help me make more videos such as this. Also, you can donate there to help me bring Talk in the Night back on the airwaves to bring you great guests, great content, and all around great topics. So be sure to donate and support Into the Paranormal and Talk in the Night. So let's get into the topic of this video. Hello everybody, what's happening? ITP Paranormal Phil here, live from the Fort Worth Stockyards. I'm at the hog and sheep pens. Let's see if I can switch the camera around here. And you can see the sign there, 1911 hog and sheep pens. And then it's a little low, but let's bring it down if I can a little bit. The pig and sheep subway, which is down below. Now, hopefully we capture something on camera. The reason why I'm gonna face it this way is because I've been told right about that beam right there is where people have captured a ghost on camera. And of course I can't go down into the subway hearing sounds, no knowing my back here for now, but it could be out in the Stockyard station. So I'm gonna leave it facing that way. I'm gonna step on my bag here, and sorry about that. I did not disappear. I did not get kidnapped by a ghost. But so pop in the chat. Let me know you're watching. Let me type in here, welcome to the chat. Or welcome to the live stream. And that way I know when people pop in. I wish I could share this. No, can't share it that way. So if anybody's viewing this can share it to my personal Facebook page, that would be great. But until then, I am live, and let's see if I can turn on there we go. Give me a little more lighting on my face. But again, I am out here at the Fort Worth Stockyards, live streaming the night before Halloween. The veil between our world and the spirit world is at its thinnest. You can't see the hat, but I'll move it closer. I am wearing my Into the Paranormal hat and shirt, but of course you can't see the letterings, it's a little dark, but I am wearing all that. So, like I said, they got a ghost tour from the Cowtown Wineries. They just recently started those back up again. So if you're ever in the Fort Worth area and want to learn about the haunted history more than what you learn from here, definitely go on that tour. It's well worth it. So, again, I'm hoping to capture something on camera. I might move to a different location later. Again, I don't know how long I'm going to be live streaming, but, and I wish, like I said, I wish I could share it with people, but unfortunately I can't because it's being recorded on my phone, and my phone would be the way to share it. So, again, this pole right here, or you see that little, let's move my finger this way, because it's weird how the camera is, but that little silver pole right next to the beam there, Matter of fact, I'll walk back this way. Alright, so this little beam right here, if you can see it, I got my hand on. That's where people have seen a spirit before, or at least that's the story. I'm seeing something in the window back there. There is no window back that side. Well, there is windows up there, but no, that's just the opening. But I don't see nobody up there. So, like I said, hopefully I capture something on camera. But if not, we're perfectly fine with that. Now, I might move the tripod a little bit to show down the subway and footsteps. But again, like I said, there are people working still, and the ghost tours will be coming through here shortly. But so let's get into the whole haunting of the Fort Worth Stockyards. Now, of course, where I'm standing is probably one of the most haunted locations in the Fort Worth Stockyard, and that is the whole Stockyard station, not just the hog and pen, hog and sheep pens, the subway, but the whole Stockyards in general. But the Stockyard station has a lot of hauntings. Also, there are other locations in the Stockyards. I'm not going to be able to get to all of them because it is a Friday night and people are out and about enjoying the weekend, because we're not on lockdown here in Fort Worth. So, and a lot of people are not wearing masks here either. I noticed that earlier when I showed up around 4 o'clock, and I got here around the time of the cattle drives. Another thing that is well worth to see if you get here to visit Fort Worth. Again, like I said, I'm going to hear voices and stuff, but the Stockyard station, the main strip of the station, is a couple of little buildings that way, and there are still people walking by. Excuse me. So, I want to mention about the Stockyards. Now, I mentioned earlier in a live video I did on my personal Facebook page, and I didn't share it here, but the Armour Swift building, I learned some new things about that building from somebody that commented on my YouTube channel for that video of the haunted Stockyards that I did, I believe earlier this year or the end of last year. I can't remember exactly when I recorded that video, but definitely I learned some new things. When that building was a restaurant, a little girl died in the bathroom. That's why the haunting there. I mean, I'm pretty sure there was hauntings from when it was a meat packing plant, but also, like I said, little girl died in the bathroom. You can hear her footsteps, according to him, because he worked security at night. You get to hear footsteps in the building at night. I can't remember if he said there was like a giggle laugh or something like that, but I know he definitely said footsteps. Also, on the second floor balcony, back before it was a meatpacking plant, there was a bar bordello, and the ladies of the night would stand up there to wave at the cowboys coming in to drop off their pigs and sheep for market here in the Stockyards. And I guess one of the ladies died, and she haunts the second floor balcony. Now, that's a train whistle blowing. There is a train track nearby, so I can't avoid that, unfortunately. Now, I'm propping myself up by this beam here because trying to stand with a cane and everything like that. I can't stand in one place too long. But again, like I said, down over here is the Pig and Sheep subway, and I'm just looking over that way to see if I see anything. But last time I was here, and that was, I think, back in March or something like that, I went down somewhat into that area. And yeah, it was last year when I recorded the video. And now I remember, because there was none of this stuff going on with COVID or anything like that. But last year, I was here, and I was by myself at night. The ghost tours had not come here yet. Hey Arlene, welcome to the chat. Anybody just tuning in, I am live from the Fort Worth Stockyards by the hog and sheep pens, and we are on the cusp of the thinning of the veil between our world and the spirit world. So I'm talking about it from a haunted location here in the Fort Worth Stockyards. And like I said, if I can, I'm gonna try and get a picture down by the thing and everything, but let's continue the story about the Armour Swift building. Like I said, that building back in the day, 1800s, early 1900s, it was a bar bordello, and the ladies of the night, like I said, they would wave at the cowboys coming here to drop off their cattle, the sheep, the pigs for market. And apparently one of the ladies of the night died, and she haunts that second level balcony. Now, I don't know how true that is. From what I understand, it's lore, but later on in the stream, I'm gonna probably walk over there and see if we can't capture her up on the second level balcony. Now, when I was over by the building earlier, I noticed that the place was up for lease. So unfortunately, I can't go in there without permission. I don't know who to contact about the permission. But I would definitely love to investigate that place, because as far as I know, that place can't stay in business very long. From what I understand, when it was a restaurant, it did not last very long because of, did you all see that over my right shoulder, the light? Again, there's nobody there. And I know I got it on camera because I'm live streaming. There it is again. Now that might be a car, because out there is a parking lot, but again, the parking lot sits down a little way, so I don't know. It's kind of iffy. So it might have been a car. I'm not gonna call it paranormal because I don't know for a fact that it was paranormal. And hear the clopping of the horses, probably. That's the stagecoach thing that runs, carriages that run here on the weekends to take people around the Stockyard station and stuff like that in the Fort Worth Stockyards. Another thing that is worth it if you visit here. So again, like I said, hopefully I capture something on camera. I don't know, again, if that light was a car or not, but that would be interesting if it was paranormal. But I will review this later and check it out. Of course, this live video is gonna go up on my YouTube channel, and I'm gonna edit in some things. So it's not gonna be the whole live stream. I'm gonna edit it, make it a whole video, and that will be posted sometime Sunday night, hopefully. if I got time to edit everything. But again, I'm live streaming live from the Fort Worth Stockyards. Let me turn the camera around and I'm going to show you a little around the place that I'm at. Again, there's the hog and sheep pens, 1911. And you can't see what the sign says, but I'll read it to you. It says, "This was once the biggest and busiest hog and sheep market center in the Southwest, where more than 50 million sheep and 33 million hogs were sold. Livestock were unloaded here, sold, and held in pens," and I thought I saw an orb. Yeah, I'm seeing all kinds of orbs in the thing. Again, we're live, so again, hopefully I capture something good on camera besides the orbs, because the orbs could be dust or bugs or something like that. But so I'm not going to put much stock in them. But continuing on, livestock were unloaded here, sold here, and held in pens until they went to the Swift and Armor packing house, or Armor Swift building at the top of the Exchange Avenue. And like I said, that's one place we're going to check out. That was my finger. So looking around, like I said, down below there is the hog and sheep pens, the subway where all those were transported. And continuing this sign here, the pens to the right were, which I just showed you that way, are where the hogs and sheep were kept until their departure. The managers would use for feeding straw. Mangers were used for feeding straw to the animals. So let me switch back to me, and let me get back here a little bit, because like I said, I want to capture something on camera. I want to see a ghost on camera. I've caught a couple of orbs, but again, as you saw, we have people walking down this way. Now, not many people are going to be walking down this dark alleyway, and this is an alleyway basically, because there is no shops back here. There are places like, let me flip the camera around again, like there, little banquet hall type thing. I think that's used to be a banquet hall or something, or it might still be. But other than that, no retail. You can see just a lonely dark alleyway. Again, now we're going to have the Cowtown Winery ghost tours coming through here eventually, so it might get a little loud, but again, I wanted to live stream from here because this is the quietest place on a Friday night, and it's probably the best place to capture something on camera. Now, if you've never been here, let me mention a couple other places that are haunted here in the Fort Worth Stockyards. The Exchange Building, and no, we're not talking the Stock Exchange Building, and no, we're not talking about the one in New York City. We're talking about the Livestock Exchange Building on Exchange Avenue here in the Fort Worth Stockyards. Now, the story goes that, well, there's a couple versions of the story. A couple versions. One is the little girl came to work with her dad, and she was playing around. He thought she was outside. She ended up getting locked in one of the big old bank vault type things, and you saw that light again. I think that's a car. So I'm gonna stay off to this side a little bit just in case, but I think that was a car, because I heard a car start up. So we can kind of, I'll review the video, but kind of can write it off as not paranormal. And the trains again. There's a lot of trains that pass by here. Now, just out in the parking lot here, on the other side of this building here, there used to be train tracks that ran between Stockyards Station and the Armour Swift building. And of course, that's where they would stop to unload all the pigs and sheep and the cattle and everything like that. And hearing noises, let me check something. Okay, so we just got the maintenance guys picking up trash. So that's what that sound is. But again, the exchange building, two stories. One where the little girl came with her dad to work. She got locked in one of those big old bank vaults, and they didn't find her till the next morning. The other one is his wife brought him lunch and brought the daughter with him, and somehow she got into one of those big bank vaults, and I don't know how they didn't see the little girl. I guess she was around the corner playing hide and seek or something like that, and they didn't see the little girl, and she got locked in there. Either way, she got locked in those big old bank vaults, and I'm continuing to watch that corner because, like I said, it could be cars, but again, that thing sits down. The parking lot sits down a little bit. But either way, she got locked in there, and people have told stories of seeing the little girl in the window. We might be able to go over there a little bit later, once some of the crowd dies down, and see if we can capture her in the window. But they've heard her voice in the building at night. Of course, the building is closed up for the night, so I can't go in there. And of course, it's upstairs where nobody can go unless they work in that building upstairs. So let's continue with other places here in the Stockyards. Right across from the Stock Exchange building is the Coliseum, the rodeo arena. Now that is a car. I just saw the headlights, so okay, that's not paranormal, it's a car. Oh, sorry, I was hearing a donkey. I guess they got donkeys over at the place where you can do kind of a trail ride type thing. And I was like, did they bring donkeys in through here? I thought they just brought hog, sheep, and cattle. But anyways, okay, that I'm hearing something over the train whistle, and it sounded like a cat meowing. So, continue on. Risky's above it was a bordello, and of course, like the Armour Swift building, from what I heard, is the ladies of the night would wave at the cowboys, and of course, yeah, that is a car, and of course a red rocker was up there, and when they bought, and I'm seeing bugs, when they bought the place, they tried to get rid of the rocker, but somehow it just kept ending back up there. So they decided to leave it there. So that's another thing of the Stockyards. Now, if you've ever seen Ghost Adventures, I think it was on Ghost Hunters 2, if I remember correctly, is probably one of the most famous haunted places here in the Stockyards. This place is probably one of the most, besides Miss Wally's, but it's a little less known. unless you're on the ghost tours or you study the history of the Stockyards haunting. And that is Miss Molly's again. Bed and breakfast. It was a bordello. That's another haunted location. Just down a couple buildings down was the Longhorn Saloon, where the story goes that a couple of young cowboys got caught stealing a horse and were hung in that bar. Or I think it was something about them going into the ladies' restroom or something like that. I don't remember. I think it was, I'm trying to remember everything, but I think it was because of being horse thieves. And they were hung in the building. Again, I'm going off of everything that I memorized from this place. And hello, Rena Lee. Again, I'm at the Fort Worth Stockyards. I'm gonna actually put on my backpack. I'm gonna take the tripod with me, and we're gonna walk towards the ramp that's leading down into the hog and sheep pens. And like I said, last time I went down that way, I captured, I had interference on my phone, and I had captured something at the end of the tunnel. So just grabbing my backpack before we get going, because I don't want to leave it here. And like I said, continuing on real quick, there's a couple other places where Cowtown Winery used to be. It used to be a laundromat. I guess the old man was a little pain in the butt, and I guess his son died there. He tortured, beat his son and everything like that. So his and the kid spirit haunts there. There's a couple other haunted locations. If you go back to my haunted Stockyards video on my Into the Paranormal YouTube channel, which again, part of this live stream is going up on the YouTube channel. Check out that video. That video will be on the video right over here. I think it's, no, yeah, right over here on this side when this video gets uploaded to the YouTube channel. So let's go check out a couple other buildings. Let's get my backpack on, just so I have it. And of course, it's going to be tough walking with a cane and oops, didn't want to raise it up too high. Face, my ugly mug. But let's go look at the thing. Now I'm gonna switch the camera around so you can see. Whoops, turned off the light. Alright, so you can see that nobody really comes down this dark alleyway, and I'm here on a people passing by on Exchange, but nobody really comes down this alleyway unless they know the history or they like to check out things. Now I'm going to go up here and I'm going to show you down into the tunnels. And let's see if we can turn on the light here. Oops, no, okay. Okay, now this phone doesn't have night vision, so you can see a lot of dust or bug orbs, possibly spirit orbs. But activity is, that one was a bug, but definitely a lot of activity here in the Stockyards. And I wish I could share this with my personal Facebook page, but I can't do it while I'm live streaming. But down there in the hog and pen sheeps subway, the pens, where all the hogs, sheeps were traveled through there to their waiting area to be sent over to the meat packing plant. Now, story has it that a cowboy shooting happened down there. Now, of course, that's only legend as far as I know, but definitely interesting to find out. And like I said, a lot of dust. It looks like possibly dust, but could be spirit activity as well. Like I said, I don't know. But let's go down and see if we can see something. Now I'm gonna go up where I saw those lights because I want to show you that, and I can give you another vantage point of the hog and sheep pens. Sorry about the angle, but that's looking down at that end, and this is the other end. Now you can't see much down that way because it's dark, but there's the ramp that goes down that way. And we're going to check out that ramp, but I want to show you, like I said, as you can see the steps, that it goes down. So not much, but it goes down, and you can't really see much as far as lights and everything like that. But again, like I said, we're on the cusp of Halloween, when the veil between our world and the spirit world is at its thinnest. Now we're going to walk to the spot where, and of course that building over there is the Armor Swift building. Like I said, I'm going to be going over that way to see if I can see anything up on the balcony, but that's going to be a little bit later. And we might go over to the Exchange building before ending the stream. But I want to go down and see down there, see if I get anything. Now, of course, you can't see nothing down that way now, but at the end is where they entered into the hog and sheep pens. And this side, and I apologize for the lighting, I don't have night vision on this camera, on this phone, on this camera, on this phone camera, so we don't have night vision. So I wish I did, but I'm not going to pull out my, oh, that was a nice orb, but again, probably bug. So let's kind of go down. I'm making it easy on myself so I don't slip down this ramp. Now about right here is where I started experiencing some glitches on my phone, and if it starts glitching, I apologize. But again, we're just going to go down here for a second and see if we see anything at the end. That was me kicking the thing, so I apologize. But down there at the end is the end of the hog and sheep pens, and I wish I could zoom in. Let's see if I can. No, I can't. But down there is where I captured something on camera. Now on recorded video, I could capture it. See, what you're seeing right there is a lot of dust. That's a lot of dust. But down there is where people have seen old cowboy. I've seen him on camera there. So I'm gonna switch the camera around back onto me, and I apologize about the lighting. So if you see anything behind me, let me know. Oops. Apologize. A lot of tough to hold this at a right angle on a ramp. So again, down there is where there was a lot of activity. Now we're gonna walk through the Stockyards station, and we're gonna see if we can see anything. Sorry, taking it easy on these steps, watching where I'm stepping, because I don't want to fall down these steps and become another ghost here in the Stockyards. All right, so what we're going to do is head from here over to the Armor Swift building and see if we can't capture something over there. Now, I want to bring this camera down a little bit because it's just a little high. Now I'm having to look up when I hold it up. So, matter of fact, I might, well, never mind. I was going to say I'll take it off the tripod and carry the phone, but that means stopping and, not stopping the live stream, but stopping for a second to put the tripod in my backpack. Again, we're back over by the hog and sheep pen thing, that little thing that mentioned what it was. Like I said, I wanted to live stream the whole time here, but I was like, no, I want to give you guys some other views. So we're like 40 minutes in, so I want to cover a couple of the buildings. Like I said, I can't get to all the buildings because it is a Friday night and there is a concert going on at Billy Bob's, which I wish I could have been able to see, but I'm live streaming, plus I can't afford it. So again, there's the hog and sheep pens and everything where I was live streaming earlier. Stand here for a second, see if we capture anything on camera. But again, this is probably one of the most haunted locations here in the Stockyards. And we're gonna head down. Now there are other places in the Stockyard station, I believe. Let me switch the camera around. But I believe this room also has a haunting. It's one of these rooms that supposedly has a haunting. But I can't remember the story. Almost lost my cane. So let's get the camera back on me. And we're, like I said, we're gonna head towards the Armor Swift building and see if we can't capture something on camera there. Now there's nothing down over here, but you can, I guess you can see the lights right there. And just to light the tunnels. Of course, I can't go down there, so that would be ultimate, definitely interesting to be able to go down there and see. But I don't have permission and the gate is closed, so I'm not gonna enter. Not gonna get myself tossed in jail on the night before Halloween. Now, this building here, let me switch the camera around. The store here supposedly has a haunting. I don't know if it's in that part of the building or this part, but a lot of great shops around here too. And as you can see, a lot of cars still coming down the Stockyards, Exchange Avenue. So it's getting really hard to hold the camera like that. Or the tripod like that. So let me switch camera view again, back onto me. And like I said, we are at the Fort Worth Stockyards. I just came down that long, dark, well, it's not so dark, but it's dark, alleyway. And that's where the hog and sheep pens are. So, I'll show you around the Stockyards a little bit. Just a little bit. So we're going to walk up to the Armor Swift building. And like I said, we're going to see if we can get something on camera from the second level balcony. If we can. And if not, we'll head over to the Exchange building. So just watching my step here so I don't trip on anything. Now I got a big staircase to go up, and that's where I'm gonna have to watch my step. But switch that camera around. That staircase, I'm gonna have to watch my step going up. But up there is the Armor Swift building. That's where we're headed next. Alright, so switching the camera back around. Let's see if I can hold this camera tripod thing a different way. Nope, that ain't gonna work. Drop my cane here. So let's head up to the Armor Swift building, see if we can't capture something on camera there. Again, I'll tell you about the haunting a little more again when we get up there, up those steps. So if you see me looking down, it's because I'm watching my step going up these steps. And I might have to hold it at an angle, so please forgive me. But being careful going up these steps. Coming down, it's going to be a little more difficult, but going up has its own challenges. Alright. Almost tripped over my tripod. Alright, so oops. Didn't know it switched around on me. Alright, take a break from my hand here, holding the tripod. Alright, so we're gonna alright, so let's get a little bit closer here. Alright, switch the camera around. I turned off the wrong thing, or turned off the thing. Alright, see the second floor there? I don't know if that's where she's been seen or at the front of the building, but I haven't seen anything. I got a car coming, so switch this back around, and we're gonna move to the front of the building where you can see the front of the building. I think it was more of the front of the building, but it could have been that side. And like I said, Wish I had a cameraman to do all the filming. But this was kind of a last minute idea, about a week notice to doing this live stream. But let's alright, so let's switch the camera around. Now there's the second level of the Armor Swift building. Again, this was once a, matter of fact, I want to get on camera. This was once a meat packing plant and also a restaurant, a bar, bordello, according to somebody. Not gonna mention any names because, like I said, I haven't looked into it too far, but I wouldn't put it past it. I mean, it's got that old West type hotel, bar, bordello type feel to it as far as the building. But that second floor balcony could be where she could be seen. And I'm looking at there myself, and I'm not seeing anything. So I don't know. I'm hoping to capture something on camera. But again, second floor, I mean, there are third floors there. So, as you can see, give you a full view of the Armor Swift building. And definitely a beautiful architecture of the building. And a lot of fencing around there. Like I said, I wish I could go in there and investigate, but I don't know who to contact. So I would love to go in there. So let's get the camera back on me again as we head back down towards the Stock Exchange building, and then pretty much in for the night because it's about an hour in. And I don't want to spend too long down here. But again, like I said, it's a Friday night, so there's going to be a lot more people out. Matter of fact, I'm going to switch the camera around so you can see the building as I walk. So again, there's the second level. That's somebody just, like I said, people in the parking lot, not a ghost. So there's the second level, second story balcony. Again, reports of hauntings. But I don't know if it was the front of the building or the side. Now I'm going to get another side view shot of the building here as soon as I get around over here. Get across this area because the cars do come through here. So I have to make sure that I'm out of the street. Again, up there, second level balcony, reports of a lady of the night when it was a bar bordello, and reports, I guess, late at night that she could be seen up there. Again, I don't know if it was the front of the building or the side of the building. And of course, almost a full moon. Tomorrow is a blue moon. Once in a blue moon on Halloween night. Won't happen again for quite a while. So let's head down the steps. Again, I have to be careful going down the steps and head over to the Stock Exchange building. And I'm going to give you all a view looking down at the Stockyards from up on the hill by the Armor Swift building. So let me switch the camera around. And that's looking down at the Fort Worth Stockyards. Now, normally on a Friday this would be packed, but with everything going on, it's not as packed. So, let's switch the camera around because I want the camera on me, but just in case anything happens, you see me falling. But I'm going to be careful, so I'm going to be looking down. So, I apologize. So, I won't be able to see any chats coming through. Now the ghost tours might have gone towards Miss Molly's first. So if I see them down by the stockyard, sheep and hog pens, I might walk down that way again. But like I said, I want to show you something else before we head out. Now, everything I'm showing you is something that you can see about in my video on the Stockyards. So, bring the camera up a little bit. Fire trucks going by on Main Street. So, I'm just trying to see if there's a way to carry this tripod a little bit easier than I was carrying it. In fact, I think there is. Give me a second. Turn the thing around this way. Okay, there we go. Much easier on my hands. And like I said, there's a lot of cars that come by on through the stockyard, so I have to be careful walking so I don't get run over. But again, we are out here the night before Halloween. The veil between our world and the spirit world is at its thinnest. So I'm hoping to capture something on camera, but you never know, I might not. That's just a little bit too tough to carry. It's going to take a moment to put this thing in my backpack again. So, if y'all can bear with me for a moment, we'll do that. Okay, so I'm back. I apologize. I had a little problem with my camera just not wanting to work right. It just did not want to be in the right mode as far as landscape mode. When I had it in landscape mode, it was in portrait mode. In portrait mode, it was in landscape mode. So I apologize. So we're out by the Stockyard station once again, and I'll flip the camera around here as soon as I get across the street, because there are people driving up Exchange. Alright, so there is the alleyway in part one. Again, like I said, I had to stop the stream and restart it again. There is Stockyard Station right there. People driving. And like I said, we're going to head over because I wanted to keep it working, but for some reason it did not want to keep working the right way, so I had to restart the stream. And let me type in the chat, welcome to part two. Part two of the live stream. Okay. So again, I'm out here at the Fort Worth Stockyard. I do have it in portrait mode. Billy is not going to let me go into landscape mode. Oh, I guess I can't turn my phone while I'm recording. So I'm in portrait mode for part 2. Oh, that's alright. Part 2 might not make it to the video. I don't know. So, again, live here from the Stockyards. I don't know why people are not showing up. I mentioned this. I put it out there. Now, this burger place I was in earlier, Trail Boss burger place, and I was talking to the people. I was grabbing a drink before I started my live stream, and they mentioned about late at night they were closing up. I guess there's an alleyway behind it, which there is an alleyway, and they were going outside, and a pan decided to move on its own, according to a couple guys at the place. So, like I said, a lot of places in the Stockyard are haunted. Risky's is down the road, so we're gonna head that way, because if I want to catch the bus back home, about 9 something, I have to head back that way anyways. So, we're gonna walk down the Stockyards, and I'm gonna flip the camera around so you can see. Like I said, that's the horse clopping the carriage that you saw. This is Exchange here, and over there is the stock exchange building where cattle, pigs, sheep were all sold, and still are to this day. Except for it's a virtual auction, not live auction right now. Now, they might do live auctions, but I haven't seen anything even before COVID time where they've done that. But they might do it, because there are pens behind the building where cattle and stuff like that are kept. So we're going to cross and go over to the exchange building. We're going to talk about that window and that little girl that I talked about in part 1 of the live stream. Now I'm going to wait till this horse gets by. And there's, like I said, the horse and carriage they have here on Fridays and Saturday nights. And we're gonna go over by, like I said, the window at the stock exchange building. I don't know why I was looking that way. There's no cars that come that way. So let me flip the camera around. Hey, Kristen, welcome to the stream. This is part 2, because part 1 decided that it wanted to go wonky on me and would not allow me to go back to let me go back to landscape mode. Okay, that was a nice orb. And that wasn't dust. That one was, but the other one just had a weird route to it. Like I said, hopefully I capture something on camera besides orbs, because that's what I've been capturing a lot of. But here is the stock exchange building, where, like I said, they still do it to this day, but this is where back in the day cattle were sold and then transported all over, or they were shipped over to the Armor Swift building. And I want to get a picture of the almost full moon. Tomorrow it will be a full moon, once in a blue moon on Halloween night. But this window up here And let's see, I'm trying to stand without using my cane. These windows here is where the little girl has been seen peeking out of those windows. So I don't know if we'll catch anything on camera, but sounds like the rodeo just started. But again, like I said, the story, for those that weren't around for part 1, you can go back and listen to it. But while I'm here, I might as well tell you that for those that are just tuning in to part 2 that might not see part 1 for some reason. Oh, that was interesting. Definitely, like I said, a lot of orbs tonight, and with the veil between our world and the spirit world at its thinnest, definitely a lot of activity going on. But for those that don't know, that window, the story goes 2 stories on it. One is the little girl came with the dad to work in the early 1900s, and she was playing around and playing hide and seek, I believe. And when she went upstairs, she was locked in a big old bank vault type thing. I believe the vaults are still there to this day, from what I understand. And her spirit can be seen running in the building upstairs and everything like that, or peeking out that window. Also, the second story on that is that his wife brought him lunch and brought the girl with her, and she was playing around, and either way she got locked in there and they didn't find her till the next morning. So that is the story of the little girl that peeks out of that window. In part 1, you can learn about the Armor Swift building, and we got a lot of people on bicycles riding through the Stockyards. And I mean a lot of, not motorcycles, but actual bicycles. But that's not anything paranormal. So, like I said, right up in that window, if you see anything in these videos, let me know. But yeah, up in that window, little girl is said to haunt there. So let's head down and head back out the rest of the Stockyards, and we'll end a little bit. Now I want to promote Cowtown Winery because they allowed me to go on the ghost tours last time and film and everything. So I want to, and you're welcome to film, but they were gracious enough to let me tag along. So I want to promote them in their ghost tour. But we're going to stop by the rodeo arena first. Now, people that said that they've worked in this building have not, it felt an uneasy feeling, but they haven't seen any spirit activity. But there is a story of a black horse that rides around the rodeo arena late at night, and I don't know how true that is, but let's switch the camera around. You can see the rodeo arena, and supposedly it was a black cowboy that died bull riding, because that is a dangerous sport. So that's another place. I'll show you all Risky's Steakhouse as soon as we get back from Cowtown Winery. And like I said, I want to promote them because they were gracious enough to allow me to tag along last year when I filmed. And I don't know why I keep looking down the left to my left, because it's a one-way street. But believe it or not, I've actually seen people driving the wrong way on this one-way street. Alright, so we're going to walk down to, now this is, let me switch the camera around. This is Mule Alley. They're still putting in shops in here, but this was not open last year. This was all under construction. So, yeah. So it's all brand new. Now, I haven't heard any stories of hauntings here yet, but I wouldn't put it past it. And there is Cowtown Winery, where you can go on the ghost tours. Forget how much the ghost tours are, but you can check out the ghost tours. And we'll see if we can see the guy that runs the ghost tours, if he's here, or well, I think he's gone already, or he's still out doing the tours. It's supposed to be an hour long, so I'm gonna sit down for a moment because my legs are killing me. But again, this is Mule Alley. A lot of new stuff and everything like that. Brand new to the Fort Worth Stockyards. It's all been under construction and opened up earlier this year, with some of the places being put in. So I don't know if they're experiencing hauntings, but in their old building, which I'm not going to go over by because it's over by a bunch of bars and it could be a little loud and crowded. So let's go back this way and we'll see if we can talk about riskies and everything before ending for the night. Again, anybody that's watching this live stream, want to thank you all for tuning in. If you catch this live stream afterwards, thank you for watching. Go over to Into the Paranormal on YouTube. There will be a link after the live stream to take you there. Check out all the videos. Check out the first video. Again, this video is going to go up on my YouTube channel, so there'll be a link right over there to take you to, at the end of the video, to take you to the haunted stockyards that I did last year. But again, this is done on the night before Halloween when the veil is at its thinnest. I did it earlier in the year for that video, so when it was actually warm and everything. It's starting to get a little chilly, but not too bad. Again, there's the Coliseum where rodeos are happening, like I mentioned, that haunting there. Oh, there's the Wrangler store. I have to go in there and see if they got the cowboy cut one day. Jeans, because that's the Wrangler jeans that I wear, or like to wear. Alright, so we're getting to the end of the stockyard, or at least this end of the stockyards. Flip the camera around, because in a moment you'll be able to see it. There's Risky's Steakhouse, and up above the second floor, and it's better to see from the other side. So I'll cross the street and show you. But there's the Fort Worth Stockyard sign. But let's get across the street and show you. Alright, so up there, those windows is where the madams would look out the window to wave at the cowboys. and apparently the madam that was ahead of all the girls left a rocking chair there. And it's still there to this day, from what I understand. It's like a haunted item that doesn't get moved from that building. Again, there's a lot of haunted places. Miss Molly's is further down that way. I might show you that. Might, depending on what the crowd looks like. A lot of cars coming by, but we're gonna go by where little TV fact for you. Not paranormal fact, but TV fact for you. But we're gonna have music coming from Risky Steakhouse. And of course it's country because we are in the Stockyards. And there's other music here too. People in the cars play rock and all kinds of other music. But I want to show you a little TV history here while we're at the Stockyards. And let me see. Oh, one place I did not mention was the Stockyard Hotel. It is haunted as well. I did mention that in part 1. So definitely check out the video I did last year. I mentioned the Stockyard Hotel because I don't want to mention it tonight because I'm about to end for the night. But this bar, White Elephant. Now, you might not know it by that name, but you might know it by another name. And I'm about to show you the poster outside the building, and you'll get an idea of what it was. All right. Well, this is about the gunfight that happened here in 1887. See if I can find it. And the person was a friend of Bat Masterson and Wyatt Earp and Doc Holliday. You might be able to see. I apologize for the glare. Let me take off the light. No, won't give you an idea too much, but let's see. Here's where I was talking about. This part of the thing. The White Elephant Saloon was renamed CD's Bar and Grill for the filming of CBS TV series Walker, Texas Ranger with Chuck Norris. Yes. The White Elephant, where all the hats are up on the roof and stuff like that. That was CD's bar from the TV series. Alright. So, just a little movie history or TV series history while we're finishing up the live stream for the night. Now, it don't look that packed down that way. Normally it is on a Friday and Saturday night. But one of the bars got in trouble for being over capacity, which I think is stupid. But we're going to leave the political stuff off of here. And we're going to show you we're going to show you Miss Molly's before ending the video for the night. Now, the general store, which I'm about to pass, and Letty's and that have all had hauntings as well. But like I said, we're going to show you a place that is TV famous for the paranormal. It's been on Ghost Adventures and Ghost Hunters. And alright, so sorry, a lot of steps on this side. But there it is, Miss Molly's. Now there are a couple different buildings to Miss Molly's. This is just one of them, but owned by the same company, same person. But this is the one that's been filmed on Ghost Adventures and Ghost Hunters. I think a couple other TV shows. Now I would love to go in there and check it out myself, but of course, from what I understand, it's expensive to even investigate there. But yeah, this is one of the places. Again, like I said, I wish I could go in there and show you around, but as you can see up there, that's upstairs at Miss Molly's. So again, this is one of the places that has been on TV shows and everything like that. And it looks like, I said, not that busy on a Friday night. Now, once everything gets back to normal, I'm sure it will be back to normal and packed. So that's going to help me. So we're not going to go back to the Stockyards station and film there. But I wanted to show you all this. Yeah. This bar, Longhorn Saloon. This is, there it is. There it is. Okay. Longhorn Saloon, it's where, like I said, reportedly a couple people were hung for stealing a horse, if I remember correctly. And of course, we are at the other end of the Stockyards station. And of course, Stampede Saloon, I believe, is haunted. The other building right over there with the green looking light, but it's not green, it's just green in this video. That's the other part of Miss Molly's. Another building for Miss Molly's. But the one that back there is the one that was on the Ghost Adventures. So hopefully y'all enjoyed my live stream here from the Fort Worth Stockyards. Again, I'm gonna end here as soon as we get back down by the general store, because I want to show you Miss Molly's and where Cowtown Winery was once before. And you can check it out for yourself. Alright, so right over there where that reflection of the purple light is in the thing, that's where the Cowtown Winery used to sit, and back there, the upper level, that's where it was used. It was used as a laundromat before it was Cowtown Winery. So, and of course, the little boy haunts that building. I believe the father does as well. So, if you ever visit the Stockyards, definitely a lot of haunted places here in the Stockyards that you can check out. Again, one last look at Miss Molly's, which has been featured on Ghost Adventures and Ghost Hunters and everything else. And watching my step here. Alright. That hurt. Stepping down. But I want to thank everybody that viewed this and anybody that views it in the future. Again, this video parts of it will be up on the Into the Paranormal YouTube channel, and a link for the first video I did about the haunted Stockyards will be to my left or my right in this video.
Looking down there, see if I can see anything.
Alright, so I want to thank everybody for viewing this video. This is a video of the live stream that I did on Halloween night at the Fort Worth Stockyards. As I said at the end of that video, right over there, there's going to be a link to the first video I did on the haunted Stockyards. Of course, some of the information changed up in this video because I learned some new information that I didn't know when I first recorded that first video over there. So I want to also apologize for not having a video last week, but I've been so busy with everything. But I'm going to get back into it. Also, make sure that you like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell to get notified when I post new videos. Also, be sure to leave a comment and share with all your paranormal friends. So until next time, I'll see you.